Hey there guys, and welcome back to my guitar build. Today I'm going to be restaining my guitar fretboard. So I've already went over this with some dye already, so it's already pretty dark as is. I would just like to go over it again, restain it one more time. What I will be using is RIT dye, and then I will be finishing it off with tongue-and-teak oil. Alright, let's get started. So I've had the stain on for a few days already. It's not marking up my fingers or anything. What I really like about using this RIT dye is it's really easy to get off like the fret markers, the frets, and the binding along the neck here. What I did to remove it was I took a wet cloth and I just wiped everything down. And the dye seems to stay in the wood and it comes easily off the inlays, the binding. I'm just going to go over it one more time, give it a second coat. There are different ways and probably the right way to do it. This is more of an experiment for myself. And if this method works, I'm going to continue doing this with my guitars. If it doesn't, that's okay. If it ruins my fingerboard, no big loss. This guitar is my first build. It's more of my trial and error guitar, I guess you could say. It's not perfect anyways, so no big losses here. Okay, I went over the guitar twice. Now I'm just going to go over it with a dry cloth and wipe away the excess. Now I'm going to give it a few minutes to dry. Okay, what I'm about to do next is I have a wet cloth here and I'm going to wipe down the whole guitar neck where we stained. Okay, you'll notice right away that it really cleaned off nicely off the side binding here, the frets and the inlays. It just takes a little bit of water to wipe away. It does come off the wood, but most of it stays in there. It's mostly just the surface area. If you are noticing that the stain is uneven, take a wet cloth again and go over the whole neck. Make sure you're wiping it down very evenly throughout all the frets. Now I'm going to apply the tongue and teak oil. So I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes, maybe 15. I'm going to have a look at it. And I might just leave it at that. I think just one coat will be more than enough. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Alright guys, and here are the results. I have yet to go over it and wipe it down. But so far so good. I'm really liking the transition here. Much, much better. I feel like the guitar is more complete now, unlike before. I'm now going to go over it with a dry cloth, wipe it all down, and we'll see how it looks. Okay guys, so far so good. I'm already liking it. Now I'm going to let it sit overnight. So sometime during the day tomorrow I will show you guys the results. I do have pictures, so I can include a before and after. Here's a full look of the guitar. Let's get down here to the fingerboard. It came out really good. Now this guitar feels more complete for me. The fingerboard just looked really unfinished before. Now it is looking a lot better. I really like the dark look. It really matches the rest of the guitar nicely. I'm really happy with these results. Very easy to do. Grit dye is very easy to use. It also doesn't give off a really strong smell. You can work with it inside. Also, this tongue-and-teak oil. It doesn't have a really strong smell either, so you can work with this stuff inside. So I'm pretty much done working on this guitar. There's really not much else I have to do. I will post a final video going through everything about this guitar. As for now, thanks for watching guys, and I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you.